Finally, the construction of Kenya's second port, the Lamu Port, is underway. President Mwai Kibaki led President Salva Kiir of South Sudan and Ethiopian Prime Minister Meles Zenawi in the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the port, which is tied to a larger infrastructural project linking all the three countries. The Lamu Port South Sudan-Ethiopia transport project is expected to cost 2.7 trillion Kenyan shillings and will see the construction of the Lamu Port, airports, roads, railways and pipelines linking Kenya, South Sudan and Ethiopia.
This project is expected to play a critical role in enhancing the economic livelihood of over 167 million people in our region.
The LAPSET project will play a critical role in helping to address the unmet transportation needs in our region.
To a young nation like us, that only recently has seen its first paved roads, this is not a small thing to us.
Being the largest ever infrastructure project in Africa, the leaders were keen to point out that it heralds a shift in the development and economic independence in Africa.
As countries racked by poverty and all too often dependent on the benevolence of others, this project reflects our commitment to charting our own economic development.
In New York, Paris, Rio, Beijing, and elsewhere, political leaders and investors alike are watching Africa today with great expectations.
That the time for Africa has come.
The project is particularly critical to the newly independent nation of South Sudan, which is oil-rich but landlocked and is currently embroiled in an oil transport dispute with its neighbor Sudan over oil transit fees. South Sudan President Salva Kiir said the project will now provide an option for South Sudan to transport its oil, its biggest revenue earner, amid growing tensions with Sudan over oil revenue sharing.
Our neighbor, that is the Republic of Sudan, is unhappy with all these ventures that we are making. This has been clearly demonstrated by their attitude of aggression when they bombed our oil fields just as I was planning to come here.
President Kibaki has meanwhile assured that security will be prioritized.
I am therefore happy to note the progress we are making in stabilizing Somalia.
The project is expected to be carried out in 3 phases, the first one between 2012 to 2015, then from 2015 to 2020, and finally 2020 to 2030. Kenya plans to spend about 6% of its national wealth, or 16% of the budget each year, to fund the project until 2018. Once complete, the project is expected to contribute an additional 2 to 3% to the rate of Kenya's economic growth. Hussein Mohammed, Citizen Weekend.